Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me for Chapter 2 of Solomon Kane, Lost Colony of Roanoke. One thing I forgot to do since the last one was because we had lit Solomon Kane's path by 5, we had 5 light tokens on there. We get to bump up 3 of our stats, or 3 points worth of our stats, before we start this next chapter. So since I know we're going to be doing a lot of exploring, I'm going to bump up clarity by 2, which moves us to 7, which will give us a +1 to our explore tests. And then I think I will bump down danger by 1, which will take us into the 2 shadow danger instead of the 3 shadow danger. So that's our 3 points. All right, let's get started. So I read through the text in the last episode, but just to recap, we have discovered the Lost Colony of Roanoke. It's deserted, so now we are trying to figure out what happened. So to do that, we need to get Solomon Kane, who's right here, into one of these spaces, either with one of these tokens or with this fleur-de-lis whatever token here, and do an explore action, and that will give us some clues. We have 10 darkness cards worth of time to figure out whatever we need to figure out to move on. So, okay, so when the shadows come on the board, so shadows are going to spawn here, here, or here, depending upon the darkness card. When the shadows come on the board, it's going to make it harder for us to explore. So I would like to move into a token and explore on my first turn. So that's why I was thinking I would give Courage the first player token and Justice the second player token, because Courage has these 2 Faith that are reserved. So here we go. Let's give it a shot. All right. Got 2 Pain and Faith. I can flip. Oh, actually, I don't need to. Yeah, let's do this one. I could do that, and then I can use the Faith here to move, but then we need to explore. I don't have any abilities to explore, but Temperance, oh, that's an Explore X, and she doesn't have any. That's not going to help us, actually. Uh-oh. We don't have any way to explore. Actually, I wonder if this would count as an Explore 0. I think it would. So we could try that. Let's try that. But to do that, we're going to need to swap some things around. So first of all, we're going to flip that to this, which will let us do that, and then we can do this and this. All right. So that will let us move 1 and then explore for 0. So we're going to move 1 here. We'll take those off. Now we will explore 0. We get a +1 because our clarity is in the +1. So we are exploring for 1. So we flip over an event card, and we look at this one for Solomon Kane, I believe. Actually, let me double check that. Flip, 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 flip. The 3 random numbers. The center is for villains and champions. So Solomon Kane always uses the hero, which is the far right number. Well, crud. That's not good because that's only a 3. So we got a 3 plus our 1 for an Explorer 4, which, if we look for that, doesn't give us anything. We needed a 5. Well, rats, that's not good at all. So now it is the darkness turn. Okay, sentries, there's no shadows on the board, no shadows on the board. So a shadow spawns at Y. And this is Y, which, like I said before, that will give us a negative now on our next test. So we need ways to increase the ability of exploring. We can do that by bringing temperance on the board. She gets an exploration +2. So we could go here to put temperance on the board. Or we could place some light into her sockets, which would increase that explore. Let's see, what can Justice do? She can place light. Actually, I think maybe our best bet is just to bring... well, but we can't... all right, well, let's roll and see what we get. Pain and 2 fear. Okay. Do we bring temperance onto the board to give us a +2 for our next explore? Or that might be all we can do, because we can't do intuition because we don't have faith. We could re-roll 1. Let's re-roll 1. Oh, we got our faith that we need. Okay, well, but this is a fear and not a bravery, so we still can't do that. Huh. Okay, let's just bring temperance onto the board. So when you bring a virtue onto the board, let's look up the rules and make sure. I think we can put it anywhere, or it might go into where Solomon is. Let me see. Why am I having trouble finding this? Virtues. Start. If a virtue is not on the board, place it on its dashboard. This will remind you, when a virtue is placed on the board, it cannot be placed in an area that contains another immortal. A virtue cannot move into an area that already contains a virtue. Okay. So I guess that just means that it can come off the board anywhere. So I think we would want to put her here. And that goes away. Okay. Oh, I forgot. On Courage's turn, I could play one of these cards. Let's play Audacity and draw up. And now Justice can play one of these cards. Let's play Enlightenment and draw up. Okay, Shadow. So this one is considered, I believe, let me look up, let me make sure I'm doing this right, because it's the first time I've done this. Shadow card. Okay, the near section of the card applies only during scene chapters and only to miniatures that are in Solomon Kane's surroundings, which I believe is adjacent. Double check. I flip to page 50 to get surroundings. They're in plus all adjacent. Yeah. Okay. So that shadow is considered near. So shadow moves 1. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Shadow does not move. Sentries, scouts, or hunters. Okay, and then a shadow spawns at X, and this is going to be our last shadow because we've only got 2. So I don't believe that shadow moves. Okay. Well, that's the end of that turn. Let's just keep it 1-2 for now. And we'll see what courage can do. Okay, we got a fear, a bravery, and a pain. So we probably want to explore. If we explored 0, it would be -1 because of the shadow, but +2 because of temperance. So we'd be at +1. Plus our clarity is at 1, so we'd be at 2. We'd have a better chance. If we could place some light. We could place light with prudence here. So that would take that. I could flip that to do that. Actually, that would work out perfect. Okay, I'm going to flip the pane. And then that will give us that. Place 1 light onto a dashboard. Then I'm going to put this here and use my last reserved fate there to explore. All right, this might work good. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 here. Now I'm going to explore. So now I have an explore 1, plus 1 for my clarity is 2, plus 2 for temperance. That makes it a 4, -1 for the shadow, 3. Event card flip. Woo, 5. That gives us 8. That's much better. Okay, 8. We're on this one. 6 to 10 is 2903. 2903, which is here. 2903. Inexplicable marks. Kane finds curious gouges in the timbers of the colonnade. He cannot tell if they were made by man or beast. Place 1 star and remove the token. Okay, so 2903 goes back. We remove the token. And we place a star. I'm going to place the star up here in our cloud. Okay, that was good. That was good. Now, do I want to replace either of these? I don't think so. We will put the darkness card. Okay, a shadow moves 1 to engage. So he is going, let's see, I need to reread on shadow movement real quick. Sorry about this. I'll get this down and then we won't have to check. I wanted to check all this stuff so much. I remember when I played this before, shadow movement was always one of the, seemed like the trickiest, one of the trickiest things. And here we go, darkness turns. Let's look up engage, maybe? Engage. Eventual engage is an interest statement. Yeah, that doesn't really help. Where is it? Okay, not not there. Not in the section on darkness cards. Okay, shadows can spawn. Place a shadow. Mortals move like other dimensions, but two virtues cannot exist in the same area. Shadows, here we go. Okay. Shadows cannot fight. Shadow moves into adjacent area. Threatens someone with an aura. When a shadow moves into an area that contains a virtue. Okay, if Solomon Kane moves into the area. Okay. When a shadow moves into the same area as Solomon Kane and engages him, regardless of mission, remove the shadow and reveal the top card of the event deck. Okay, that's right. So, yeah, so we could have caused a shockwave if we moved our virtue into the space with the shadow, but the shadow is going to move into the space with Solomon Kane. But there is an actual virtue and Solomon Kane in that space. So if a shadow wants to move into the same area as a virtue, the virtue player has a choice. Allow the shadow to move in. This triggers a shockwave from the virtue. Hold the ground. The shadow cannot move into the area. Return it to its last area it was in before the virtues. It's moved in. Danger increases by 1. Okay, I think that we can actually trigger a shockwave. So actually that would remove the virtue and remove that shadow. So I think that's what we want to do. Because Prudence isn't really helping us all that much anyway. Because she should have been giving us one more reroll. But anyway, we'll make the shadow move in here, trigger a shockwave, knock the virtue over here, and remove the shadow from the board. Now we're going to do, let's see, shadow moves 1. The furthest shadow moves 2 to threaten, which actually, I think that means he'll move here, but since it says to threaten, he will not engage. Let me see. Says okay. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Does that mean that he will not engage, or does that mean that he should engage? I'm going to play it right now where he's going to threaten instead of engage. We'll see. We might need to change that later. But anyway, okay. And now we're going to spawn, because we only have one shadow, we're going to spawn another one at X. That's going to come there. That was courage. Now it's time for justice. Okay, I got two fear and a pain. So what I really want to do is move Solomon Kane into that space with temperance, I believe. But justice is not so great at moving. We can move here, but we only have 3, so Maybe we should prep for Courage's next turn. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So we could flip. Oh shoot! This would have been a good time for. This would have been a real good time for the for that ability of prudence to be able to flip too. Because I'm not going to be able to do pretty much anything. Wow, yeah, that was a really bad roll. Okay, well, let's see. Let's donate this to Courage. And then these two, shoot. I don't know. Actually, I could flip here and donate both of these to Courage. That way she can do the inspect the next turn for sure. And then I guess I'll just keep this one in my reserve. All right, let's do a quick darkness card. Then I'm going to take a break, I think. So no shadows in the near move. The closest shadow moves 2 to engage. And the furthest shadow moves 2 to threaten. Okay, so I think that means this one's going to move here. And this one is going to... Actually, no, because this is... I could be wrong, but this is not in the nearby. This is the far away. So I think the closest shadow is going to move 2 to engage. So I think this one is going to go 1, 2... And so that will knock him out, and we'll do an event card. Looming Shadows. 1 virtue discards their left-hand action card, +1 danger, or remove 1 light. Oof. That's bad. Okay, first we need to decide which one we want to do on our left hand. This one's not really helping us, so let's do that. Okay, +1 danger. See, that will knock us... The +1 danger will put us at 5, which will move us into the 3 shadow zone, which would be bad. Let's just remove that light, I guess. That's bad too, but... Okay. So that's the end of the shadow turn. Now it is time for the virtue turns. And I'm going to take a quick break here, and then we will continue on. Okay, let's keep playing. So I think I forgot to spawn another shadow here on X. I didn't go back and check that, but I don't see why. If we had spawned it, it would be there. So anyway, okay, let's get Courage to go first. Just a second again. I think the obvious choice here is to try to move 1 and then explore. We already have the things to explore for 0, but we'll see. I'd like to move here, but to explore that we need to at least get up to 7. And by moving into that shadow, I'll have to do another event card, which are always bad. Plus I'll be under that other shadow's aura for a -1, and I'll be outside of Temperance's aura. So yeah, that doesn't seem to make any sense. But I mean, I think eventually we'd really like to get to that one. Although we only need 2 more stars to get the good outcome. So yeah, let's move into. Let's try to move over there. Here we go. Let's see. Roll 3 dice. Okay, how did we do? Okay, we can move. Ooh, actually that's pretty darn good. We can go here and here to move 1. And then we can do that And that to explore is 0. The only other thing that would be great is if we could place a light. But we only have 1 die left. So I guess we need to decide, do we want to give this? Actually, why don't we flip this? Flip it. And then donate it to Justice. You know what I just thought of? On that last turn, I don't know if we actually could have donated those dice to Courage, because I think it has to be a virtue that hasn't gone on the same turn. So that might be an asterisk. I can look that up later. I'm just going to keep on playing it. Whoa! Sorry about that. I'm going to keep playing it this way for now. Dang it. Having technical difficulties. Hold on 1 second. I got to figure out a better way. Figure out a better way of doing this camera. Hold on. Okay, I don't know if that's much better, but we'll we'll roll with it. All right, so we're gonna donate that dice to Justice. Okay, we're gonna do this to move 1, move in here with Temperance. Then we're gonna do this to explore 0. We're within Temperance's aura, so that gives us 2. Our clarity is in the +1, so that gives us 3. No shadows around us, so we'll flip an event card. 4 for a total of 7. Which puts us in that same thing as we did before, 2903, which means we're going to remove this, and we're going to give us another star, which is good. I mean, that's good. I mean, this is getting us towards our objective. For us to get something different, we would have had to get to 11 plus, which has been really hard. So if we get this last one over here to the right of us, we could get our 3 stars and accomplish this. But we won't really know what this. We won't know what this one is over here, which is a little sad. But yeah, let's keep going. Okay, darkness turn. Let's see. There's no shadows in the far. The farthest shadow moves 2 to threaten. So here we go again. I don't know if that means it should move here, if it should actually engage. I'm going to play like it does not. It just threatens. And then another shadow would spawn. Actually, wait. The farthest shadow. Farthest shadow moves 2 to threaten. So that would be 1, 2. And that brings up another point. Can shadows actually move into the spaces with other shadows? I'm not sure if they can. Let me check that real quick, because that could make a difference. I already found that page where the shadow movement is at. If I can find it again, we'll be in good shape. Okay, here's some interesting things. Oh wait, this is in the darkness. That's not right. Okay, here we go. Shadows. Shadows cannot fight. When a shadow moves into the same area Solomon Kane, or a shadow moves in an adjacent area to Solomon Kane, it threatens him. Shadows try to thwart Solomon Kane. Okay, well, it doesn't say that they can't. It doesn't say that they can't, so I'm not, I guess I'll play it where they can. So, okay, so we'll do that. He moved 2 to threaten. And we're going to spawn another shadow at Z, but we already have 2 shadows, so that's not going to happen. Okay, now it is time for Justice's turn. It would be great if we could either place a light or move 1 space. So let's see what we can do. Faith and 2 pain. Plus we have these 2 dice, 1 reserved and 1 donated. So to move, we need a faith and the 2 circles. So we could flip, let's do that. We could flip this one here. And so then we've got everything we need to move. Oh, we're so close to being able to explore as well. Could we place a light? No. Oh, we're really close to being able to place a light too if we use Prudence's card. We just need to be able to flip that one, which we cannot do. So I guess we'll just reserve these 2 for next time. Okay, let's use these to move here, and then we'll draw a darkness card. There are no shadows in our vicinity. So the closest shadow moves 1 to threaten. So I think it will move there. And then no shadow spawn because we already have 2 on the board. We've got 4 darkness cards. We only need 1 more. Basically, if we could get a really good explore here, then we would be in good shape. All right, let's see. What do we need to do? Actually, you know what we might want to do is let Justice go first this time. Yeah, let's do that. Let's let Justice go first. Okay. 1 fear and 2 whatever the circles are. Okay, so to explore, we have everything we need to explore. Now we could almost place, we just need either a we need another one of these guys. So we can re-roll 1 and hope we get one of those. Let's go. Come on. Hey, that's exactly what we needed. Perfect. All right, so let's do here and here. Use enlightenment. And then here and here to do explore. And I guess, we could donate this to courage. Since courage is not gone. Okay, so we'll take these. Put 1 here. Then we'll do this and explore. Okay, we are in Temperance's Aura. So we start out with an Explore 1. We're in Temperance's Aura, so we're up to Explore 3. Clarity's still in a +1, so that gives us 4. There is a shadow in our vicinity, which brings us down to 3. Flip a card. We get 4, so 7, which is 2903. So we find some more claw marks. We get another... Actually, so for some reason I couldn't find my other star, so I'm just going to mark it with this token and then remove this. Okay, so we have accomplished our goal. Now we just need to survive these next 4 darkness cards and not lose any stars and not lose too much of our tracks. And then if we can, it'd be nice to go over, try to explore that, but we'll see. Okay, so darkness card. There is a shadow in nearby us, so it moves 1 to engage. So it's going to go there, hit that, disappear. Event card. Grave Anxiety. All virtues without their miniature on the board discard their left-hand action card. Oh, you know what? That's one thing I forgot to do. This should have been discarded because I used it. And now I should have played these 2 here and drawn, and I can't draw, so I got to shuffle. What? I keep forgetting that. I think that's one of the hard parts about playing solo. Kind of forget stuff like that. Okay, so there. Okay. All virtues without their miniature on the board, which is both of us, discard their left-hand action card. So left-hand action card goes away. Left-hand action card goes away. -1 clarity unless the temperance miniature is on the board, and the temperance is on the board. Yes. +1 danger or remove 1 light. Stupid card. And now we place 1. I believe these are called Hope, the white cubes. So I'll put a white cube up there. I'll look that up. I can't remember what we can do with those. All right. That's the event card. Now the closest shadow moves 1 to threaten, so it's going to move there. And there's no spawn, so great. That is really good, actually. All right, that was Justice's turn. Now it's Courage's turn. Pain, a fear, and a faith. What would we like to accomplish? We need to move over to these tokens. So we could we need to move both Solomon and Temperance. So to move a virtue, we just need to do this. But if we move that, that's going to cause a shockwave, which I can't remember. Does a shockwave do anything bad to us? Oh, it removes the virtue from the board. That's bad, for sure. Let's see. Okay, well, we might still want to do that, but we also need to move Solomon. I can move 1 here. Actually, okay, we're getting there. Let's do this. Let's flip this one. So we have this donated one. Let's flip this one. And then that gives us everything we need to move 1 or to move 2 towards this. So we can move Solomon 1, 2. That leaves us here. We could move her over and wipe out the shadow. But then we would need to bring her back on the board probably before we try to do that explore. I don't know. I don't know if that's the best thing to do. I mean, that shadow is probably going to hit us anyway, so maybe it would be better to do that. Let's do it. Oh, shoot. We have to have a faith. We can't do that. What am I thinking? Okay, well, we'll just save this one, I guess. Not much else we can do with it. Okay, all right, let's do this. Move 2 towards token. Let's go 1, 2. Hope that doesn't spawn 1 there. That's all we do. Now I can play one of these cards into my slot. Take 2. Okay, inspiration. That's pretty good. Okay, draw another one. One thing I want to look up real fast is hope. thought that's what that was called. Oh, it's mercy. Mercy is a one-time use resource that is stored on the cloud. It can be used by any virtue regardless. Mercy is used during step 5. Each mercy can be used instead of one of the dice requirements of an action. Oh, okay. Well, then maybe we do want to use that mercy to... Let's do that. Let's do it. All right, I'm going to use the mercy there to wipe out that shadow. I don't know if that's a good idea, but whatever. Okay. Darkness card. There are 3 darkness cards left. No shadows on the board, so we're just going to spawn at Y. Hey, that was a good one for us. Okay, 2 darkness cards left. Both players have gone. Now we need to choose which one. I think courage probably needs to go next. We don't really have... We need to go and try to explore that last one, but we need to get up to 7. Without temperance on the board, I don't think we can get up to 7. But anyway, we'll focus on getting there first. Or getting temperance on the board. So, okay. So, here's what we've got. We can, we could flip one of these and move. Actually, that would be good. Or we could bring temperance. Let's flip one of these and move. So we're going to flip this to the pain side, which gives us everything we need to do. Oh, shoot! That would only give us a move 1, though. Wait. We could do a move 1 with this guy. Maybe it would be better to bring... No, I think we need to move there and there. And so we could donate these 2 to Justice, and then Justice can do the last move, or Justice could bring Temperance on. I think that's the best thing to do. Donate these to Justice. Use these to move. Oh, shoot, we can't. What am I doing? All right, we're going to move here. Yeah, I think that's, I don't know. I don't know if that's the best play, but whatever. Here we go. All right. There is a shadow near us. 1 to engage. Crap. All right, so he's going to engage us. Cruel Transfixion. All virtues remove 1 dice from their reserve. Oh, we don't have any in the reserve. Sweet. +1 danger unless the Prudence miniature's on the board. Well, shoot. That brings us into the shadows. The 3 shadow spot. Okay. Now we're going to spawn at Y. Actually, that's not too bad. Okay. This is the last turn of this chapter. Okay, these are the ones we can flip and these are the ones we cannot. So, I think we should try to move and explore and just hope that we get a really lucky event card draw. I mean, because we definitely don't have enough dice to move and bring Temperance and explore. So let's just try to move and explore. So we need to be able to move. Okay, so that, and that would get us our move. Shoot, we don't have... We need to luck out. We're going to need to re-roll one and luck out. Actually, I can't re-roll that one. I think we are screwed. Actually, let's see. No, we can't use that one. Well, then maybe it would be better to place a light. Well, let's just move. Here we go. That. I guess we will reserve these. See what happens. We move this one, but we don't have enough to explore, so we can't explore it. Last darkness card. We don't have any in the near, so the far. Further shadow moves two to engage. Shoot. Boom, boom, boom. Deep indecision. One virtue removes all dice from their reserve. I think that means this is going to have to go away. Okay. One virtue removes one donated dice. Don't have any. +1 danger unless the prudence miniature is on the board. So danger is increasing. And now we're going to place a green cube into the cloud. Green cubes are luck. Luck can be used whenever a random number is revealed. By discarding a luck cube from the cloud, the virtue player can ignore the first number drawn and draw a new one. Okay, well, that might come in handy. But that is the end of the chapter. We have 3+ stars, so we are going to move to chapter 3A. Chapter 3A is Into the Woods. It's another story chapter. So I'm going to clear this off and come back and join us as we play through chapter 3A.